morning and good afternoon. This is Lisa from Local King Rubber Stamp. Welcome to my channel. So, ready for today's video? Today's video, I'm going to share with you guys how to create this beautiful, breathtaking card. It's not very complicated. It looks like it takes forever to do it, but I'm going to show you how to do it step by step, and I'm hoping you like. So we are going to use this blossom dancing combo set. So this is one of the 10 combo sets that I just released last week, and I am taking the pre-order right now. So I don't want to talk about too much about the selling part. So if you're interested, just go to our website, and then you can find all the information. Great promotion. So this month's special promotion is free shipping on all the orders. So take the advantage of the free shipping. Okay, so that's start today's video, and I hope you like it. Okay, so if you are new to this channel, welcome. My name is Lisa. I create this channel to share with all my wonderful customers how to use a Local King's product. So if you have the product, use the same product and try to have fun. If you don't, just try to pick up the technique, use the what you have, and then you can also create an awesome project by using the stamps you already have. So I'm not sure you have watched the last few videos. So last few video, have you watched this one? It's awesome. It's kind of stencil, like use your die cut to create the stencil. Today's video, we are also going to use the die cut to create a stencil to create a beautiful card like this. And those two are the other video to share with you guys how to use those circle die cut, and I still have a few more video coming, so stay tuned. Oh, here is one more. Okay, so I am making 5x7 size cardstock because this stamp is kind of big, and I find that A2 size a little bit too small for that. So 5x7 as is. And then I already stamped one with the VersaFine Clara. I'm just put it away and make sure it's completely dry. Look at how detailed this stamp. This is just when I design my stamp, I just treat it as a piece of artwork, and I'm so enjoy to do the sketching. And then I like black and white stuff a lot, and my favorite material is actually pencil. And so I have my stamp here, and I have the die cut here. The die cut is since 2020, all the Local King's die cut is double die cut, so you can have the outline die cut. I usually use this die cut to do the like a shaker card, window card. So most of the die cut on the market is like that. So you stamp image, you die cut it, and that's it. You get that white border. But the Local King's product is a little bit different, so I like to add the extra option. So I designed this detail die cut, and this detail die cut is just line out the image perfectly, and there's no white gap. So you can decide you want to have that white gap by using the outline die cut, or you can just use the detail die cut. Okay, so just want to let you know. Okay, that's our die cut. And then in my last video, when I talking about when I was creating this card, I share with you guys how to what kind of material is the best for to create your own stencil. You can get a Mara like that, and I find that they are a little bit pricey, but not pricey like a 12 by 12 is like a $2-3. But if you only make a few, I think it's okay. But when you want to make a lot, that the price does add out. So I only use Mara when I planning multi-use this one. Otherwise, I will just use the laminator sheet. The laminator sheet is perfect. It's light, it's seeing through, and it's easy to get it. And I only use a half sheet to create my stencil. The only downside is a little bit too soft. So if your image, your die cut image is a little bit too complicated, I would suggest you to get a little bit better quality material like a Mara. But if your image is like a simple, not really complicated, you can just use the laminated sheet half laminated sheet, they will work just fine. And then in my last video, I already talked about what's the trick to cut your laminated sheet. Remember, before you run to the machine, put the one scrap paper on top. When the scrap paper is cut, that means your laminated sheet is cut. After all, they are material, so it's kind of, it's a little bit, you know, sometimes it's a little bit hard to cut. Okay, if you don't have a laminated sheet, what you can do is just put some packing tape on one piece of thin cardstock, like a, not cardstock, like a photocopy paper. You can create something is water resist surface. So don't use regular cards, because when we blending, if it's wet, usually it will damage that scrap paper and then ruin your artwork. So you can see I already cut the 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 butterfly, and I just keep my positive and negative too. So I just place them, put them back in my storage pouch, so I can use them again and again. Okay, so let's just make sure, put it here. Okie dokie. So even some of the butterfly I die cut it. Look how close the cutting edges. So it's just I just love it. My own design. Okay. Okay, so and then we are going to use a piece of metal to help me holding my stencil. So first, so I have my butterflies ready, and then make sure when the laminated sheet, they have two sides. One side is shiny, one side is kind of foggy. I like to use the shiny side, so it's easy to clean. So I am using I'm using the Cougar white 100 pound. There's 80 pound, 100 pound, 110, 130, and I got all my paper from Marcos Paper. They are based in Ohio. I will put a link below, so if you are looking for some nice quality cardstock, they're in the States, so I think the shipping is reasonable. Okay, so I'm going to do some stamping first. So I am going to use my VersaFine. Okay, any fine, like a VersaFine will work well too. I like to get my image like a nice and clear, so I don't really use a Memento. I found out if you use a Memento, you probably have to use the stamp positioner to stamp 1 or 2 times. So this VersaFine Clara or VersaFine is a really good Inkpad. Okay, I'm going to just make sure, and then make sure when you put your stamp on top, there's no bubble in the back. I hope I don't talk too much, because last video I forgot to turn on my camera, and I kind of tried to add the voice after it, and I kind of found out sometimes I kind of talk too much. So let me know if you find I talk too much. I will try to fix that. But I am just trying to provide as many as the information that I can to my viewer, to make sure that I explain every step. But sometimes maybe I explain too much. So we're going to stamp like a two big butterfly first. Okay, and then you got to remember every time after you stamped it, you got to re-ink your stamp. Okay, so let's move a bit here. It's kind of, you got to re-ink your stamp, because the ink on the stamp is not enough to stamp second time. Okay, and then I am going to, okay, we are going to, so I'm going to make sure this one is dry. Okay, I think they should be fine. Okay, just in case. I'm going to blob it. Oh, this is the stamp set I designed for my Alaska cruise, which is sold out, and just want to share with you guys. Okay, so we are going to use the one of these laminated sheet I just cut, and this is the positive side. So I'm going to just put on top. It's awesome because it's kind of seeing through, so I can see it. very well. You can see that. Oh, there you go. You can see I kind of masking it, right? And then I'm going to put another one to kind of masking another one. So these acetate, not acetate, laminated sheet is perfect. It's thin, easy to cut, and it's inexpensive. I don't say cheap anymore. Inexpensive, right, Kim? Okay, so and then now I put this acetate sheet back, kind of protect this image. So now I can stamping my butterfly. Just make sure the magnet is not on your way. Okay, I think that's pretty good. If you have been following my channel, you know I don't use the pattern paper because some of my paper is like 20 years old. And then if I use that pattern paper, I know some of you guys would like to make the same image, and then there's no way to find that pattern paper. So I like to create my own pattern paper, and I am messy crafter, but I always make sure my working station is clean because it's very painful. You make a beautiful car and then you got a fingerprint, right? So that's put the, so I shouldn't move this one, and I'm going to put here, ink my stamp. Okay, that's try to rotate it to the different position here. I hope by now, I know most of my royal fan, you guys know the way I design my stamp is totally a little bit, really different. I really design each of my stamp like a piece of art, and I really enjoy it. This is not an easy job, and if I don't have the passion for this, I don't think so I can do it. For you, probably it's only 30 minutes, 40 minutes video, but take me a lot of time to prepare. Okay, so and then I still have a little bit spot here, so had better make sure I have enough ink. Okay, that's good, and just a little bit more. Okay, kind of just fit it out. My gap, not my gap. This is gap. Okay, and clean the stamp and do that. Okay, and then we got to make sure it's dry. I think they dry pretty fast. Okay, now we're going to working on our basic color now. So I am using this die cut to masking my butterfly. So I use 2. Okay, I think 4 is good enough because I cut 4. The one thing is about is they are kind of seeing through. Oh, this one supposed to, yeah, this is good. Okay, like this. Well, take a little bit longer time to do it, but I'm sure you're going to love it by the end of this card. You know, I don't know. I like to find out when you like I know a lot of you guys into the crafting card making, right? You create a card because you enjoy the process to, creating, or you make a card because you need a card to give it to your friend for like a birthday, or you try to save the money to buy the greeting card. If you can leave me a comment, let me know. That would be great. You know, it's very interesting. Like I make a lot of cards, but I don't really send my card out. I make a card because I enjoy make it, and I make cards because I have to create a video to show you guys how to use it. So how about you? Do you create a cards because you enjoy the processing it, like creating, or you make a card because you want to try to save the money, or you make a cards because both? So I'm just like to know why you make a card. Okay, so okay, now I'm going to just put on the side for a second, and I'm going to make my magic mushroom ready. You can use the blending brush. Okay, so I'm usually going to use one of these brush to see where you work. I think, well, use what you have, all right? Okay, so this is our magic mushroom, and you can see when they are from the container, they are like this. But before you use it, you got to make sure they have to be moisture, otherwise they don't blend in well. Use dye-based ink instead of pigment ink, because dye-based ink will not damage your magic mushroom. The pigment ink, the pigment stay on your sponge is going to harden it. See, I use these often, and then I was doing the blue tone. Basically, I just use one magic mushroom, and then I was from the lighter color to the darker color. So now I want to use a lighter color again. I have to wash it. I have to, clean the my magic mushroom. So the best container is a ball with a flat bottom. You don't need too much water. You kind of just like dipping the water few times, okay, and then just wash a few times, squeeze the water out, and then when the water come out clear, that means your magic mushroom is ready for the light color again. See, the size is really different, so this is ready to use. So I'm going to have a blue, I'm going to have a little bit red and a little bit purple. So I'm going to just use these three. I'm going to put the rest of them away. Don't know why my table is always busy. It's never big enough. Okay, again. Okay. I don't clean every time after you use my magic mushroom, so it's totally up to you. Oh, I only clean it when I need a lighter color. So let's do this. Okay, look at this pretty color, isn't it? Woohoo! You drink it, become smarter. No, I'm just joking. Okay, no, you drink it and you become smarter. Not smarter, you become more artistic because you got the power of the ink. No, I'm joking. Okay, don't do it. Okay. Okay, so now we are going to do some blending, but before we do that, just kind of want to show you. Let's see, can you see the reflection of the masking? Okay, and then the best part is this laminator stencil. You can use it again and again. So I am going to just choose three color. I think that's the three color is good. Okay, that's the three color. I'm going to use these three color. And you say, hey Lisa, Memento doesn't have a number 23 and number 20. So I did one video. I'm going to try to find that video to show you. You can use a re-inker with Inkpad to create your own Inkpad color. So I love Memento. I just found out they don't have enough color, so I created my own. Okay, have a one white cloth handy. Your magic mushroom cannot be too wet, because if it's too wet, they won't be able to pick up the color. So I use this light forest blue. That's just an Inkpad. Okay, and then just pick up the color, and then you start to apply. So I'm going to just do the tapping now. Okay, and then you can move your magnet. Okay, when you hit hard, it's dark. When you release a little bit pressure, it's lighter. I have a one wing. That's okay. I'm going to just go for it because I want to use I want to create a kind of different layering. Okay. Okay, so that's the first color. Okay, we I think we can try to use the brush. Okay, I think it will work too. I'm going to use other color. Just to be careful because sometimes the blending brush it kind of like a pushing that stencil up. So, but I'm sure it will work. You just use what you have handy. No need to oh it will work. So just gently drawing a circle. Okay. So if you have some blending brush like this, okay, maybe some direction, you just be careful. Okay, kind of move my stencil a little bit. Okay. I think if your stencil is a little bit too fine, you might be have a little bit problem. So, but use what you have. Okay, so I'm going to just use a magic mushroom and tapping some corner. Okay, so this one actually I think this one should be up. Okay. Okay, so when you apply the color, you want to make sure you have some light blue. Okay, don't keep adding the color and then make the whole car like only one blue. So you can see my magic mushroom, I just using one and then start from the light color and then added the darker color. Okay, and then sometimes I kind of borrow the ink which is on the stencil, kind of just brushing back to the backspace. Okay, that's what's the okay. And then one thing you guys have to try to avoid it is never apply the color directly on your cardstock. Always start from your scrap paper and then gently drawing a circle. This is a blending tool. We try to blending as smooth as we can. We don't want to see any stroke on top. Okay, I think that's pretty good. And I am going to remove all my magnet. Okay, and oh, actually, we don't remove all the magnet. We are going to remove one. Let's remove this one. Okay, and then we are going to use the magic mushroom. Oops. Or you can use your blending brushes. It's not like you must. Okay, so draw a little circle. Okay, always start drawing a little bit circle from outside and always support your sponge with your finger. Okay, you see I have my thumb and my what do you call it? I know this index. This is ring finger, pinky finger. What do you call this finger? The second finger? Okay, the second finger. Always use these two to support the sponge and use your index finger kind of support here. So something like this. So that way your mushroom will last a little bit longer. Otherwise they will be beheaded. Okay, like this. Look how pretty it is. Okay, slowly. Okay, and then for this part, I still have my stencil on top, right? I'm kind of just brush a little bit color, make this butterfly back off a little bit. Okay, remember we got to hide our stroke. And then now I'm going to remove this one. Okay, so we can rotate it or working section. And the butterfly I'm going to put here. The downside is kind of seeing through. Sometimes they just disappear on my table. Okay, and be very careful with your finger, your inking finger. Oh, did I just drop some water here? Okay, okay, let me just clean here just in case, because from my last experience, I always end out to have a... Okay, okay, again, so we remove this butterfly, and what are we supposed to do? Start from your scrap paper, that means outside of your cardstock, slowly drawing a circle, very, very gentle. Don't push your sponge too hard. See if we can do. Yeah, if you don't have a or magic mushroom, if you have some nice blending brush, you can give it a try. Any tool, if it's work, that's the good tool. I don't know what happened to there, but I'm going to try to cover it. Okay. So here, I'm going to kind of see the way I applied the color, kind of borrow the ink. Okay, and then now we are going to remove the other. Oh, actually, I'm going to keep this one on because I'm going to put in my butterfly this section, so this one can be a little bit darker. If you don't want to dark color, you want to use a lighter color, that's clean or magic mushroom, because I want to use a lighter color again. So make sure my magic mushroom is clean, dry with the dry cloth. Okay, see, we're gonna use a lighter color again. Okay, got to make sure it's dry, otherwise we won't be able to use a lighter color. Still have a little bit color, but I think we should work. Okay, I'm going to remember from the outside in, hiding the stroke. Okay, circle, 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 and then brush, brush in. Okay, now pretty? Okay, now we can remove the last piece. If you want to add a little bit blue here. Always support your sponge head. Okay, that's what it looks like. Yep, he's a postman. Okay, so now that's my foundation card. It's really pretty already, right? So first things, I'm going to just clean my stencil, and I don't know the material because it's actually very easy to clean. And then you can put it back to the pouch and ready for next time. So one more thing before we move to the next step. So I'm going to just darken around my card to just okay, same thing from the outside, slowly drawing a circle. Okay, you can try different color. If you try, would you share with me? I think the pink color, green, yellow, orange, they will all looks good. Okay, so I think that's good enough. Okay, let me clean my table. I will be right back. What do you think so far? This background, I think is really pretty, isn't it? Okay, the next we are going to do some other stuff. So I already stamped this image just before we make our card, and then I am going to use my detail die cut. So I think this time I kind of did a pretty good job. Usually before we got to create a guiding window, but this time I think you just put it directly on top, it will fit well. I'm going to run to the machine. I'm going to die cut it. Okay, so this is a Cougar white. I will run to the machine. I think the one time is good enough. Let's see. Yep, we have a clean cut. Look at that. No white border. That's what I want. And this one, if you want to, you can use it for your stencil too. But I found out because I'm using 100 pounds white cardstock, it's a little bit too thick. Sometimes it cannot get to the corner. So the ink cannot go to the corner. So I kind of just dump it. I mean recycle it. Okay. And then the next is easy. So let me put my ink away. So for the flower part, you can you can color with any kind of material you like. Today I just like to do like a fast coloring. So I'm going to just do a little bit orange. Okay, remember I just want to have a very very light color, so just do a little bit orange here. Okay, and then I'm going to do a little bit pink. I don't even bother to use my yellow magic mushroom. I always dab a little bit first to make sure that I don't have too much ink, like this. Okay, I think that's good enough. And I am using the little eyeshadow applicator. You can get it from the dollar store, and here's what I'm gonna do. So you can see this is die cut. Oh my god, look at my finger. And then in the back you can see there's a few pre-cut line, right? Like I say, my die cut, I always add some extra feature to make look like a 3D, so you can see. Okay, so when those petals popping out, we just using the applicator kind of darken the petal. Or there's the other way is look at my eyes. Everywhere is the eyeball. There's the eyeball here. Or what you can do is you can just put a piece of paper under, try to protect the button, and just draw a little circle here. That little touch out really bring the petal out. Right? Okay, and then for the leaves, there is if you want to give a little bit more color, you can do that too. Or you can use markers. You can, if you have a small applicators, you can do that too. I am going to just use marker. Going to just color my leaf. And that's the side of my flower. I'm going to just darken the edge a little bit. Oh, missing one leaf. Is that pretty? I think it is so pretty. Okay, yeah, got a little bit fingerprint here. I don't know. I'm trying so hard to clean my pen. Okay, and then now the last. Why they always say the last, but at least when they say something, they don't like to say last. Last, but not the less. Something like that. Okay, and we're going to just do a little bit blue. Oh, you can color the whole butterfly with other color, but I just think this is enough. So I'm just do again a little bit like this. Okay, and oh, I'm missing one leaf. Actually, missing two leaves. One, two, and the center of the butterfly, what color I should do? Let's just do some brown. Okay, so that's my butterfly. And then I cut a piece of those holograph background. You can do that, put on top, okay? And then kind of folding it. I think that's really pretty. I'm going to use it. I don't want to waste it because I already cut it. Okay, so I'm going to glue on top. But this one, I did is that I used the negative of the stencil and I just make the background a little bit darker and I put my butterfly on top. So you choose what you like. So I'm going to just glue first. Okay, so the next step is, so I have this die cut is created by the outline die cut, and then I'm going to just put a little bit tape in the middle. Okay, and then you can kind of fold it a little bit if you want to make it like a 3D. So I'm going to just put right here. I think that's a really beautiful flower. And this one, I am going to just trimming half. Oh, I check. Last but at least, I find that people say that. Last but not least. Last but not least. Okay, so we're going to do these. Okay, and kind of pop out. Pretty, isn't it? Okay, and the next, I have this nice sentiment. I am actually going to put on the website for the free downloading, free download. If you have digital die cut machine, you can just download it and make it any size you like and put offset 0.05 to create this silver backing. So that way you can, I think it's pretty nice because the background is actually kind of very a little bit complicated. So you want to have your sentiment a little bit pop out, or I should figure out other way. I know some of you guys don't have the digital die cut machine and also want to make a beautiful card. What are you going to do? So I promise next video I'm going to try to figure out something to do to create the sun spot to put the sentiment, and the sentiment will stay pop out. What do you think? Okay, there's more. So in my last video, well, no, not last video, last video, I was share with you guys how to put the rhinestone on this sticky sheet. And then Susan in the Florida showed me you can buy the clear one, and then you can create as many as the color you like. So you can see I have a blue, and I just use my markers. Maybe I should create a video to show you how to do that. And then I create some darker blue, and I just feel they are so pretty, and then it's very, very useful. And then those rhinestone from the Michaels, if you're in Canada, they are actually 50% off. So regular price is $19.99, but you get it 2,800 off then. But I went to check, they sold out all the clear one. Why did they do that? I guess everybody know you can color with the alcohol marker because they have all the color one, but all the clear one are gone. So I think that's a beautiful touch up. And last but not least, I'm going to add the final touch. So I have these Nouveau, and then they have a glitter inside. You see my wing? It's kind of sparkly. This card definitely belong to somebody special. So I am going to just put a little bit on the one side of the wing. I think it is so pretty, isn't it? What do you think? Okay, so that's today's video. I hope you like it, and if you do get a chance to give it a try, you can try different color. I think it's so pretty. And if you don't have the stamp, you can try to use the stamp that you already have, the same idea, and I'm sure you will create a beautiful card just like this. Okay, so two things, and those sentiment image is going to be the PNG file is going to be free for download. If you have digital die-cut machine, you can just download it online, and it's absolutely free. And you just make sure you set up the offset 0.05 for the second layer. So that's for it. And I will still working on the other video to share with you guys how to use our new design. If you like this video, if you learned something from this video, give me a thumb up, let me know, because I was actually take a look at my reading. 150 people watch this my last few video, only 33 people give me a thumb up. Does that mean the other 120 people don't like the video? Like the hummingbird one, I have 335 people viewing, and 59 people give me a thumb up. Does that mean 250 people don't like the video? If you like the video, it doesn't cost you anything. Give me a thumb up, let me know. I'm working very hard. Well, just joking. I say I don't really care about the reading, viewing rate, but sometimes just feel a little bit discouraged. Yeah. So that's everything. If you like it, give me a thumb up. If you don't like it, I have to leave with it. Okay, so this is Lisa from Logo King Rubber Stamp. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye, guys.